As the fight over a 70-mile transmission line project continues to escalate, some in the battle are calling for changes to federal laws governing energy companies, and fast.
Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland spoke with multiple Marylanders who are now standing their ground and asking for help from the president and federal lawmakers.
Demands are growing for change by impacted Maryland residents who say they feel that utility companies are more powerful than local or state governments.
Les White says the struggle to stop a 500,000-volt overhead power line from cutting through his North Baltimore County farm has been brutal.
We have constitutional rights, and we're defending them, and we're going to continue to.
9 years ago, White fulfilled a dream when he was finally able to buy this land.
If a utility company or a construction company like that's allowed to come in and do something like this easily, then that's a big issue nationwide that needs to be addressed.
White says he's fired up that even if he and others successfully change the route of the Maryland Piedmont Project or cancel the initiative, he may still face consequences from the effort.
I'm paying greatly with defending this lawsuit, and then ultimately, when they are not successful, then our rates are going to go up to cover their cost of exploring this project.
That's because a federal regulation called the abandonment incentive ensures that utility companies can still make money off a power line project, even if the effort fails to advance or is canceled.
An incentive that was granted to New Jersey-based Public Service Enterprise Group, the power company behind the Maryland Piedmont Project, that a dissenting federal regulator said was nothing more than a transfer of wealth from consumers to transmission developers and risk from developers to consumers.
Do you feel that you as a ratepayer should be funding private industry's speculation to make them more money for their stockholders?
No, not at all. They should be paying for it out of their own pocket, and if they get approval for a program or a project, then let's talk about reimbursement from the ratepayers. But to just speculate and go out there and see if a project is viable, that shouldn't be coming out of my pocket.
And I think this is the biggest issue. We have to just stop.
Joanne Frederick, the founding board member of the citizen opposition group Stop MPRP, says many federal regulations are out of date.
There is something fundamentally wrong with the system, and we should stop these projects, we should stop the MPRP, and we should stop taking the money off the backs of hardworking farmers across Maryland to enrich a utility company out of New Jersey. It's madness.
Where's the buck stop?
With the president, Gary. President of the country can come out tomorrow and put a stop to this project and put a stop to the regulation as it exists until we have an opportunity to come together and make it better.
Back on White's farm,
there needs to be some legislation that is more focused on the property owner rights and doesn't give as much power to these utility companies to think they own everything and can just come and do what they want.
PSEG, the utility company behind the Maryland Piedmont Project, declined to comment for the story. In the meantime, we're going to begin pressing federal lawmakers for answers. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.